Our last major port stop on this cruise was Ketchikan. So we were on the Norwegian Bliss and we docked at Ward Cove. For anybody that has not cruised on the Norwegian Cruise Line, they have their own port at Ward Cove. Now, I am not sure when it first opened, but it feels like it might still be kind of in development with getting improvements and such on shuttling passengers from Ward Cove over to the other cruise dock. So in that area, there is Ward Cove, which is 7 miles from the other cruise dock. The other cruise dock, I believe, is at an area called Berth 4, and that is where the majority of the other cruise ships dock. So that Berth 4 is right in town, or at least a lot closer to the other events that are happening in town. So I'm just going to give some information as you're watching the video. One thing you want to do when you are booking your cruise, and to the best of your ability, check your itinerary. There are occasions when the itinerary will change, and that's out of your control. But we were aware of our itinerary. I am not sure that anything changed with regard to Ketchikan, but let me explain why that port was challenging for me. So you arrive at Ward Cove and there are shuttles to take you from Ward Cove 7 miles into Berth 4. So if you are looking at a map, let's see what it's at: Schoenbar Road and Water Street, Berth 4. And from that point, it is possible to walk into town. You can walk up to Creek Street, you can walk to the Lumberjack show, you can walk to everything else. Not a problem. The problem was that we docked at 6:30. We had tickets to the Lumberjack show at, I believe it started at 9:20 or 9:30. And so we decided we will get up, we will eat breakfast, we will be off the ship by 8 a.m. So getting off the ship at 8 a.m., you're right there at Ward Cove, so you just walk through what's called the mill, and then you get on the shuttle. Well, once we got to the line for the shuttle, it was still early, and then from there, we just needed to wait for the shuttle. So we decided that since there is a lot of shopping available in the building called the mill, we would do our shopping when we got back and before we boarded the ship. Now, here comes the challenge. The last shuttle from the Berth 4 area was at 11:30 in the morning. So we already had it in our mind. The main thing, we're going to go to the Lumberjack show and then we'll just wing it for whatever time we have left. So docking at 6:30, eat breakfast, get off the ship by 8. Those were all accomplished. Get in the queue to wait for the shuttle. That's where the trouble started. We were in the line for the shuttle for more than an hour. As we got closer to the front of the line to board the shuttle, it was already past 9 o'clock. The 7-mile ride, it was in a school bus, old-fashioned, regular old school bus, and that would take an estimated maybe 20 minutes, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. So while we were waiting in line, I did call the Lumberjack show and let them know we will not be able to make it, and just so they could release our seats, because we were a group of 4, so they could release our seats to somebody else. I did not expect a refund. I didn't expect any of that, but the person that I spoke with was very kind, and they did refund the tickets. So that was lucky, and I was very grateful for that. Okay, so once we got on the bus, it was already probably 9:30. I didn't check the exact timestamp because I was pretty stressed until I called and canceled the Lumberjack show. Then from that point, my husband and I would decide, okay, do we want to see where the shuttle drops us off in town? We did have a map, but it was a little bit hard to determine the scale and how far the walk would be if we decided to walk to the area where the Lumberjack show was. So we took the shuttle, totally relaxed. At that point, it was whatever would happen would happen. No sense on stressing about that when you're on vacation. So we arrived at the Berth 4 area, and then there was an opportunity for another shuttle. But my husband and I said, we have our waterproof shoes, we have our waterproof pants, it's drizzling, raining, but not storming. We had waterproof backpack covers, waterproof jacket, all this stuff. So let's just walk. Let's walk. So we walked through the area, and then I almost said walk through Juneau. We walked through Ketchikan, went left from Berth 4, and then we walked along Water Street and then to Grant, and then along Main Street where we stopped into a shop for directions. And then from that shop, we walked along Dock Street and we passed a Mexican restaurant. It said Chico's Mexican Restaurant, the best pizza in town. I thought that was funny, so I took a photo. And then we had a great time, even in the drizzle. We walked up to Creek Street. We checked out Creek Street. We didn't check out the buildings and stuff there because I had like a brain fog and completely forgot about the other buildings that are around the area. But also knowing that the last shuttle back to the ship was at 11:30. So that closes the window of time that you have to explore the area. So that also was kind of a drag, which I'm not sure that that was advertised because I did see on the itinerary that our time in Ketchikan was 6:30 a.m., I believe until 1:30. So even if our all aboard was an hour before the ship was leaving, that would be 12:30. But that last shuttle cuts off another hour. So honestly, next time I probably would not go on Norwegian just because it is a bigger ship. It has its own dock. And for me, that was just too inconvenient. So then once we got done there, we had a nice walk around. We walked back the way we had come, stopped into the shop again, spoke with the owner a little bit more. He actually was from San Diego. He had been, I believe he said, in Oceanside area while he was in the military. So we talked with him a bit, and then we just bought some random snacks and provisions just to support that small local store. And then we made our way back to the shuttle stop and made lemonade out of lemons. Even though the beginning of the day was kind of like not great, we made the best of it. And once we got back on the ship, we were going to have some downtime. We had a tour that we were going to do, behind the scenes tour. So you're going to see that here too. And honestly, for my little geek brain, that was super exciting. So, you can enjoy Ketchikan definitely, but be sure of where your ship is docking and how that will affect your time in the port, no matter which cruise line you're using. While cruising in Alaska, I wanted to be outside on the deck or on our balcony as much as possible, just because the opportunity to look for whales and see the different topography as we were passing the mountains, glaciers, waterfalls, seeing the forests along the waterfront, just to have that opportunity to be there and just see everything in the area. Trying to go inside and just relax was not great unless you are by a window. So, taking advantage of the fact that we were in Alaska, just trying to see whales and otters, sea lions, seals, anything. It was actually very amazing and very peaceful. We did take the behind the scenes tour, and that was actually pretty cool. We got to see the galley, the bridge, the engine control room, the theater backstage, the main laundry room, and the provisions area. The areas that we could not film except specific spots was the bridge. So you'll see an area where we're looking down through a plate of glass that's in the floor at the bridge. We were able to take a video of that. We were able to take photographs of like the view out through the bridge windows, but we could not video the actual bridge because of safety and security. And that is the same for the engine control room. We could not do any video or any photography in the engine control room or the theater backstage because that's all proprietary information. But we did see the provisions area, which is handling all of the food, fruits, vegetables, meats, everything that you could think of. We did go into the galley and then the main laundry room, which I must say was spectacular. Other things you will see as you're watching the video, there's a galley information board that shows the staff, the plating of the foods, and then I think it says, oh yes, main dining room menu. It says like main dining room dinner 3. So I would imagine that's the set menu and then the diners pick from that menu. So they probably have that rotation of, let's see, it is about 15 different menus in the main dining room. And then it also has options that say main dining room always available. So it has a photograph and a name for the menu item, and there you'll see that picture board as you're watching the video. Right when we started the tour, we were given a fact sheet. So on that fact sheet, it tells some things such as the Norwegian Bliss is the largest vessel to home port in Seattle. It was christened in June 2018. It has the the world premiere marine life artist Wyland was commissioned to custom design the hull and artwork for the Norwegian Bliss, the biggest project of his career to date. No mention of what that exact date is. But the Norwegian Bliss registry is in the Bahamas, and it has a, maximum speed of 23 knots. I do not see the capacity, but we did receive, I see a footnote here. The date of the flyer is April 2018. So that might be a little bit outdated. Things change, but it was cool to get that little fact sheet.
So they know where we get and what are the things. So in total we have like 245 chefs all over the galley. Especially in the crew mess we have 15 chefs, they prepare only for the crew. They are not only here. The galley is different, the chef also are different. The next fight. Here also, I think there are 28 people in the main galley working everywhere. The pastry section is different. You can see at the back is all about the pastry. All the pastries are made here, especially when you see in the garden cafe buffet, all the production is done here. They do the production here, they carry on the trolley and they assemble it on the garden cafe.
I know that portions of the video, it is hard to understand the staff who is providing the information. As you know, many times the staff on the cruise ships are from all around the globe, and they could potentially have a stronger accent. So bear with me while we go through that. Hopefully I'll be able to add some commentary to make things a little more clear. One thing that I thought was interesting when the staff member was taking us on a tour in the galley and showing us the kitchen and where they make the pastries and the steaks and all that stuff. He was explaining that all the food is prepared all in the same area, and that, as you can see, we're preparing it down here at this lower level, and then it needs to be delivered to the restaurant. So when you get your food, it may not be like super hot, like if you're in a traditional restaurant where the kitchen is right there. So he was kind of giving a heads up, like, you know, be a little understanding that they are mass producing the food. And I must say the food was all delicious. I did not notice if it was hot or cold. It just was very well put together. The presentation was beautiful and the flavor was delicious. So here are some quick little facts of the provisions on board. 2,000 pounds of cereal, 3,600 pounds of butter, 2,500 pounds of pasta, 6,000 pounds of cheese, 45,000 pounds of fresh fruits, 3,900 pounds of sugar, about 72,000 fresh eggs, 8,700 pounds of fish, 1,000 pounds of lobster, 1,000 pounds of veal, 20,000 pounds of poultry, 25,000 pounds of beef, and on and on.
Excuse me.
Oh, there you go. Okay, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Main Laundry. My name is Roylan. I am the laundry supervisor on board. I'm just gonna give you a short information regarding our operation, and then we're gonna walk around and then show you our machines. Okay. First, Main Laundry, we operate 24 hours a day. We have a 2 shift, one in the day and one in the night. We are consist of 23 laundry staff working together for the operation. Okay, we have 13 on the day and then 10 in the night shift. Okay, basically what we are doing in Main Laundry is we just wash, press, and fold. Okay, we wash mostly all the uniforms from captain, general managers, and all the officers and all the crew. But for the crew, we do have a specific schedule for them. Like today, we're gonna do the galleys. Tomorrow, we're gonna do the restaurant. And the next day, we're gonna do the housekeeping. So we can accommodate everybody. Okay? And then we accept guest laundry coming from you. So if you have anything for laundry, for washing, just put it in the laundry bag that is provided in your cabin. And then make sure you fill out our laundry list for our record purposes. Okay? And then we wash mostly what you can see from your cabin, like the bed sheets, pillowcases, and towels. And if the curtain is need to be washed, we're just gonna take it out from the cabin, bring it out here. We're gonna wash it and press it here, and then put it back again. Okay. Same thing in the restaurant department. Once you're done with your breakfast or lunch, you're gonna bring down all the sold one. And then we're gonna wash it here, we're gonna press it, and then make sure it's ready for the next use. Okay, and that's it. Basically, that's what we do in Main Laundry. We just wash, press, and fold. Okay, now we're gonna show you our machines and how it works. Here on my right, this is stainless machines. These are our regular washing machines. Okay, we use it mostly for uniforms and guest clothes. Okay, we have 9 of these machines. Only depend on the sizes that we have. We have 4 of 33 maximum load kilogram, and then we have 3 of 55 kilogram maximum load, and we have 2 of 120 maximum kilogram load. Okay. But Main Laundry consists of 2 decks, deck 2 and deck 3. Okay. Okay, here in this machine, the ground cover and dress shirts. Materials, we use this for the materials combination of polyester and cotton. Okay, I'm going to show you the one that we are using for t-shirts. I'm going to show you how it works. Let's do one. This is how we would press
Oh
the
wow, that's
t-shirt
cool.
and suit jacket.
Oh, that's what you need. He's steaming it so that it's not wrinkled.
Then you just gonna put it in a hanger. Okay, now in the other machine, the blue cover, as you can see from that side, we call it steam pressing machine. We call it steam pressing machine because we are just using steam. Okay, normally we use it for pants and delicate materials like silk, woolen, or some rayon material. And then now we're gonna show you the machine that we are using for pressing chef's jacket.
Oh, check that out.
Oh, wow. That's a big difference.
Wow.
Okay, now once it's done, we're gonna put it in a hanger and then give it to the lady. Given at least 5 or 6 sets of uniforms. So once they send any laundry here, we're just gonna put a label or mark on the uniform and then return it to the linen crew. What I mean is that whatever the uniform they send, they will get the same uniform. So their uniform will be their personal uniform for the rest of their contract. Okay. Now this machine that we have on the dry cleaning machine. Okay, so if you have anything for dry cleaning, fortunately here in Norwegian Beach we have dry cleaning machine. Okay. Now we're gonna go now on the starboard side. We're gonna show you our washing area.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hi, Mom. Hello.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Nice work.
I think we might have to take advantage of that. Oh, it feels good over here.
You can come closer to him, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, now we are now here in the starboard side. I'm gonna show you our washing machines that we are using for washing towels, bed sheets, and napkins and tablecloths. Okay, here we have two washing machines that we call it tunnel washing machine. We call it tunnel washing machine because it's a form like a long horizontal pipe formed horizontally, and it's divided into 12 compartments. So each compartment has its use. Like the first compartment will be the pre-wash.
The main washing machines wash at a temperature of 160 degrees, I think he said, and they are compartment washing machines. So it starts with a pre-wash and then wash, then the main wash, and then it has like 3 different rinses. So definitely the clothes are getting clean. The compartment washing machines are the 120 kilogram washing machines, and once the laundry comes out of there, it goes into like a conveyor that takes it up to the drying area.
Okay, and then it will eject a little bit of bleach to make it brighter and cleaner. Okay, now as you can see, now it's going inside. You can see it inside. And after that, now we're gonna load again another load of 25 kilograms.
How long does it take?
It takes around 36 to 40 minutes washing time. But each compartment, it will be washing for 3 minutes. Like the first one who goes inside, it will be washing in the first compartment for 3 minutes. And And then after 3 minutes, it will go to the next compartment. And then it will be washing it for 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and so on.
Do you wash only towels and then only tablecloths, or can they mix anything together?
No, we separate it. We always separate. If it's napkin, napkin only, tablecloth, towel, towel, or bed sheet. Because we have a different program on each material. So we'll not get this up.
That's pretty cool.
How many towels do you think you wash a day? Or
A lot. Okay, whatever we're gonna put in the towel machine, right now we are putting towel. In the last rinsing, it will take a little bit of softener. Okay, if we're gonna put a bed sheet, tablecloth, or napkin, in the last rinsing, it will take a little bit of starch. So once we press it, we press the bed sheet or the tablecloth, it's a little bit crispy or something like that. Okay, and then whatever we're gonna wash here on tunnel machine, it will automatically goes up on deck 3. Where our dry area and pressing the bed sheet are located. Okay, now we're gonna go now on deck 3. We're gonna show you our area on deck 3. Here on my left, here is our drying area is. We have 8 dryers that we are using for maximum load of 50 kilograms. Okay, as I said before, whatever we wash in the tunnel washing machine, it will automatically goes up here on deck 3 and it will pass by the dryer. Like right now we are washing towel, it will pass by the dryer and it will take 30 to 35 minutes drying time. Okay, once it's done drying, it will automatically come out and it will go to the conveyor. Now we have a dry towel already. We're just gonna pick it up from the conveyor.
Wow.
Now they are being washed
Quality
and
control
dry.
inspection.
Dude, is your face hurt?
Now that we are having a bigger sheet, we are having a good quality that once you wash it, it will pass. Now here in the port side. We have 2 machines that we are using here. Here on my right, this one is, we call it Mangler 1, this one is Mangler 2. Here in Mangler 1, this one is normally we use it for napkins and pillowcases. The Mangler 2, normally we use it for tablecloths and bed sheets. So here in Mangler 2, whatever we run or whatever we fit inside, it will be automatically being pressed and automatically being folded at the back. It will be pressed and folded.
That's crazy. Oh my. Look at all that. That was pretty cool, huh? Okay, Mr. Whale, we're here. You can put your tail up. Get your room in the photo. Get your room in the photo. Oh,